A very pleasant morning to all my dear children. Welcome back to English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I am Ramya, your English teacher. How are you all doing, children? I hope you all are doing good and safe at home. Yes? Okay, children. Then let's begin our today's session. Now let's move to lesson 5, possessive nouns. What are possessive nouns, children? You have already studied in 5th standard, so you might be knowing what is a possessive noun. Okay, let's see how it goes. A possessive noun is a noun that possesses something. Possess something means it has something. For example, the cat has a tail. So I am telling that the cat has a tail. The cat's tail. Okay. So we can make or we can form a possessive noun by adding an apostrophe and s at the end of the nouns to show possession, or to show belongingness or relationship between one thing to another. For example, another example, the teacher has a book. The teacher's book. That book belongs only to the teacher. It doesn't belong to the students. It doesn't belong to the parents. Okay? It belongs only to the teacher. So that's why I used apostrophe and s. So apostrophe and s is used with most of the singular nouns and proper nouns to show possession. Next, Meena's sister is a Kathak dancer. Whose sister, children? Meena's sister. So here I have made use of an apostrophe to show relationship between one person to another, to show that these two persons are related. Okay? So we use apostrophe and s to show belongingness, to show possession. Children, now let's do the textual exercises. So all of you take your textbook, take page number 29. Let's do the first one. Let's get started. The very first one, the bags boy. So here you have to find out if there are any errors, if there are any mistakes in these phrases, and you have to rewrite them. So the first one, the bags boy. Is it a correct phrase, children? Can we say that bag will own a boy? No. Bag is a non-living thing, right? So we can't say bags boy. We have to say the boy's bag. The boy can of course own a bag. So we can say the boy's bag. Boy is the owner of that bag. So where you had to place the apostrophe after the word boy, place the apostrophe and s. The boy's bag. Now let's look the second one. The children's museum. So here, have they marked in the correct place, children? Have they marked the apostrophe in the correct place? No. Again, it's a wrong phrase. Okay, they have made some errors. So, which is the correct place to mark the apostrophe, children? We can add the apostrophe after the word children. Children, apostrophe s. They have marked after the letter s, but we have to mark the apostrophe after the letter n. The children's museum. Okay. Try to do the next two exercises by yourself. Now let's move on to the usages or the rules of apostrophe. Where can we place the apostrophes? The possessive nouns shows that something belongs to someone. Okay. So the first one, show possession. Example, Darren's laptop. So that laptop belongs only to Darren, because after the proper noun Darren, they have made use of apostrophe and s to show that laptop belongs only to Darren. So read the next example also. Now, to show relationship, we have already discussed that Meena's sister. In the example, Meena's sister is a Kathak dancer. So here, brothers, friends. So I can say, they are my brother's friends. Okay, brother apostrophe s. Now, to show authorship, Tagore's song. So those songs are composed by Tagore, to show that he is the owner of that songs. He has written those songs. So Tagore's songs. Fourth one, when inanimate objects are personified. Inanimate means, children, lifeless objects. Those objects which doesn't have life. Okay, non-living things. When they are personified. Personified means when they are presented as human characters, or when they are presented as characters. That is known by personified. So the first one, the nation's resources. Here, nation is not a living thing, but still we have said a nation's resources because we have personified it. Even though it is a lifeless object, we have personified it. Okay. Children, now let's see the fifth usage. Here you can see that apostrophes are also used to denote duration of time taken to complete something. For example, a month's vacation. I took a month's vacation to supervise the construction of my house. The next usage, it is also used before the word worth. I bought a rupee's worth of peanuts during the interval. You can also see the picture of peanuts in the text. Children, till now we saw in which all situations we can use possessive nouns to show the possession, to show belongingness, that something belongs to someone. Now let's see how to form these possessive nouns. How to form means word to mark the apostrophes to show the possession. Okay, let's see the first one. If it is a singular noun, it's very easy. You just have to add an apostrophe and s at the end of the noun to show possession. For example, Tina's dress. After Tina, you can mark the apostrophe and s. So it means that dress belongs only to Tina. Tina is the owner of that dress. We told similar examples in the beginning of our explanation. So now let's move to the next one. The proper nouns means the names of any persons, places or things. So the proper nouns, when it ends with S. Some names it ends with S, right? Tess, Charles, Hastings. There are many names that ends with S. So if the names ends with S, what you have to do is just place the apostrophe after the letter S. Next, let's move to the third one. When a plural nouns end in S, we only add an apostrophe at the end of the word. Suppose the word is already a plural word. It's already a plural noun. So what do you have to do? You just have to add the apostrophe after the letter S. For example, dogs, collars. Here dogs, the word or the noun dogs is already a plural one. So you just have to add apostrophe after the letter S. Now let's see the fourth one. So you all know, children, that always the plural nouns will not end in S. For example, the plural form of child is children. Okay, we don't say children's. That is wrong. The plural form is children. So where can you place the apostrophe, children? After the letter N, you can place the apostrophe and S. So it becomes possession, or it shows possession of belongingness. Okay. Similarly, you can see other examples. Women's club. Next, for compound words, we add apostrophe S only to the last word to show possession. I already told you what is a compound word. A compound word is formed by adding two or more words to form a new word. So we'll get a new meaning. Okay. So here the compound words given are father-in-law's cars. Father-in-law. See, a word is formed by adding two or three words. That is called compound words. And here it is hyphenated. Hyphens are put in between. Okay. So father-in-law's cars. If it's a compound word, where can we place apostrophe, children? We can add apostrophe to the last word. Okay. Here father-in-law's. Law is the last word. So we add apostrophe over there. Now let's look at the sixth one. In the sixth one, you can see that if two or more people owns the same thing. Suppose a flat belongs to two people. Two people share a flat. Where can we place the apostrophe, children? We have to place the apostrophe at the end of the last person. Okay. Here Carol and Sarah's. Sarah is the last person mentioned here. So we have to place apostrophe after the letter H. Apostrophe S. The last one. If the possessions are owned separately, we have to add apostrophe S to the names of each persons to show possessions. Okay. For example, here it is a school project. The school project belongs both to Tia and also to Parveen. Both have the school projects. Both have prepared their own projects. So where can we place the apostrophe, children? We have to place apostrophe after Tia and also after Parveen. So Tia's and Parveen's school projects. Now let's do the exercises. Exercise A. Change these phrases to possessive nouns. they have given you some phrases, some group of words. We have to change that group of words to form possessive nouns. It's easy for us, right? We understood how to do it. Okay, the first one, the bags of my friends. Will you say like that? Bags of my friends? No. My friend's bag. So friends, the word friends is already plural, okay? So word can be placed the apostrophe children after the letter S. Then write bags. So you don't have to add another S, just add apostrophe only, okay? So my friend's bag. The notebook of the dictative. So whose notebook, children? Who's the owner of that notebook? The owner is dictative. So how can we write? The dictative's notebook. The dictative's notebook. Dictative is a singular noun. It is a singular noun. So we have to add apostrophe S. So try to do the rest of the exercise. Change the singular possessives to plural possessives. Exercise B. The child's box. So this is a singular possessive. How can we make plural possessive, children? The children's box. We can say the children's box. The plural form of child is children. So children's box. Next, the remote controls batteries. So how can we make the remote control plural? The remote controls. After the S, put the apostrophe, then write batteries. Okay? The remote controls batteries. Similarly, try to do the rest of the exercise. Now let's move to exercise C. Here we have to replace the underlined words with possessive nouns. The white coat of the doctor was missing. The underlined group of words are white coat of the doctor. So how can you make it a possessive noun, children? The doctor's white coat. The doctor's white coat. So try to do the rest of the exercises. Children, I hope you understood what is a possessive noun. So possessive noun shows that to whom does something belongs to. Who is the owner of that thing. Okay. Then how can we show possession? We can add apostrophe S to the end of the words to show the possession. So I hope you understood what is a possessive noun and where to place apostrophes and S in the correct manner. So children, I hope you understood today's topic clearly. So that's all for today. Complete all the textual exercises. Okay, I have attached the answer keys. So first try to do it by yourself, and if you find any difficulty, you can check the answer keys and complete your textual exercises. Then attempt the test. Okay children, so it's time to wind up our session. That's all for today. Thank you.